everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be playing with the brand new BPerfect Carnival 3 Stacey Marie Love Tahiti Palette. Gosh, that's a mouthful. I've never picked up a BPerfect product before, so this will be a first time for me testing out their formula, so I'm very, very excited to do so. As I did mention, it is Carnival 3, so they do actually have two other palettes released prior to this one. I don't know, I appreciated the look of both of them, but I just didn't buy either of them, and I think it's because on the side both of them have got like a little highlighting quad in each palette, whereas this one is just pure eyeshadow. So I think that's aesthetically what drew me into this one as opposed to the other two that she's released. Also too, I mean, it's not as if I don't need another rainbow palette, but I really did like the color choice. I thought that it was very, I mean, it's not exactly unique, you can't reinvent the color wheel, let's be real. But I did really appreciate the choices of colours that went into this palette. I think that it is very well thought out. And I also appreciate the fact that you get 40 shades in this. I think that's very, very cool. Very well thought out, very well done. So let us go and dive in and create a look. So I have already done my brows, and I've primed my eyes using the MAC Painterly, no, it's not Painterly, what was Soft Ochre paint pot. I really like these for priming your eyes. It's just, it's old school, but it does the job really, really, really well, I think. I was so, like, I'm really vibing the oranges in this palette, can I just tell you? I think this whole section here is just a whole vibe, but because there is no orange metallic, I don't think I'm going to do an orange look today. I think I'm actually going to stick to the purple side because it is my favorite color after all. And I don't know, maybe we'll get like a little bit of a dusk moment happening. We'll see. Maybe I might dip into some oranges. But I think for the most part, I will very much be concentrating on the purpley shades in the palette for now. So yeah, guys, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so the first shade that I'm going to take is the coral shade. It's this shade right here. How beautiful does that look? Like, oh my goodness. So, going to take that just on a Morphe fluffy brush, and I mean, the pigmentation does look pretty good. Going to now just literally place this from my outer corner and just all the way through the crease. That is absolutely stunning, and that went on so easily. My goodness. So far, I'm really, really loving this. Like, that was just effortless. That is so pretty. All right, so now we are going to jump into Sundown, which is this shade right here. I know I said I was going to, like, basically stick to a purple color, a purple theme. I will get there, I promise, but I can't help myself. I want to dive into some of the oranges in this palette as well. So, gonna take Sundown on, again, just another fluffy brush. This one's a little slightly more densely packed. This is the JH34 brush by Morphe. And with this one, I'm just gonna concentrate that on my outer corner and really into that crease section. Just gonna take a little bit more. Just want to really deepen up that color. Okay, so the next shade that we're going to take is Grape, which is this beautiful purple shade just here. And I'm going to take that on a Makeup Geek. This is the pointed crease brush. So just going to take a little bit of this. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So pretty. And again, I'm just gonna work that in my crease and sort of try and blend it into this beautiful orange that we've got going on. Just gonna dust off any excess as well. I was really interested to see how these colors were going to blend together, if they were going to blend well together. And honestly, so far, they are looking so good. Really, really impressed with the pigmentation. Like, purple is a really, really hard shadow to formulate, and it is just looking incredible right now. I love this. Okay, next up it's time for some shimmer, and I just swatched the two a second ago on my finger because I cannot decide between, we've got Starlight, which is this shade right here, really stunning, stunning purple, and then we have this one over here which is called Blue Moon, and that is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful blue. I don't know, maybe we'll use both? I don't know, I think I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna go with Starlight. And just to show you guys, that is what it looks like on my finger. Absolutely beautiful pearl reflect. Like, it's so, so beautiful. Going to first apply it with my finger, and then I'll probably go in with more of a detailed brush in a moment. But here we go. I mean, that's stunning. That is just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Do you know what? I'm going to take that Blue Moon, and that's that shade there, on my other finger now, and I'm just going to pop it sort of in the center and work it out a little bit to the side. Just sort of layering the two, if you will. That's so pretty. It picks up okay on the brush, but again, I think that these are definitely designed to use your finger for application for sure to get the best results. It's just that my inner corner is very, very, very narrow, and it's super hard for me to get in there with my finger, especially when I have nails on. So I kind of have to rely on a brush at the moment. I love that, I think that's so pretty. Okay, so going back in with another Makeup Geek brush. This is just called the Small Crease Brush, and we're going to take Grape, which is that purpley shade that we used before. I've just got a little bit on the brush. I'm just going to dust it off because I don't really want to muck this up, but I'm now just going to very carefully trace above my natural crease and just sort of create a little bit more dimension for my inner corner area. Inner corner area? Above my lid. What? Wait. This bit here is what I'm trying to say. I just feel like it ties it all together a little bit nicer. Okay, so going back in with the Makeup Geek, this is a larger pointed crease brush now. Not putting any more product on the brush, literally just going to use that now just to blend in the matte shade into the shimmer that we've just put down, and just try and make it all look a little bit more blended. Okay, so now I've got a little bit of Coral, and this is on a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH30 brush. And so Coral is the very first shade that we started with in the palette. And I'm just going to work that in our inner corner here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the other eye off of camera now, do the rest of my face makeup, and then come back with you guys and we'll smoke out the lower lash line. Okay guys, so I'm back with a final look. If you're wondering what happened, my neighbour thought it was a really cool idea to use multiple power tools as the second I turned my camera off. So I'm like, okay, well that's fine. I'm sure it won't, you know, go for that long. Yeah, no, like hours later. And I had things to do, so I had to finish this look. But I'm now going to go through everything that I did to finish off this look with you guys. So, of course, diving into this beautiful palette, on my lower lash line, I started with Coral, which was the very first shade that we used, this beautiful, beautiful shade here. And I just basically traced that all along my lower lash line. I then went ahead and grabbed Sundown, which is the second shade that we used in the palette, this one here. And I went ahead and really concentrated that on the outer corner of my lower lash line and just sort of buffed it into Coral, and they blend really, really beautifully together. So I then put on a little bit of an LA Girl liner. It was actually this one. This was called, oh my god, I can barely read it. I'm getting old. Hold on. Paradise Purple. Oh, that took a while. So I put that in my waterline, and of course I popped on a lash and a bit of liner as well, and I feel like it's tied the look together really nicely. So I have had this look on now for about 4 hours, and I feel like so far it's worn really, really well, really quite beautifully. I don't have any weird creasing, which is a huge thing for me because my eyelids are full of creases and very hooded. So yes, I'm absolutely loving how this has turned out. I love the way that these shadows blend together. Can I just tell you, the mattes in here, the matte formula is just spectacular to use, and I really love the colors that have been selected for this palette. Now we do have two of the special shimmers, which was this one here and this one here. They worked absolutely beautifully, and yeah, I think that they really do make this look that I've got on today quite unique, and they are quite unique just to even look at and use, so I love that. Having a look at the palette in a little bit more detail, because there's a bit of information on the back here, guys, so I'll read that to you. So there's 31 vibrant matte shades in here. You've got 4 duo shift pigment pressed pigments, 3 metallics, and 2 high pigment shimmers. Now, there are a few shades in this palette that are specifically do say that they are for the face and body only. This, I believe, is cruelty-free, potentially. Don't quote me on that. Maybe it's not. It doesn't have the bunny on it. I'm not actually entirely sure if this is cruelty-free, so don't quote me on that. But having a look at this, when they say that it's not necessarily eye safe or it's for the body, essentially I feel what that means is it's potentially going to stain your eyelids. So do just keep that in mind. That could be a thing, and if you're somebody who has very sensitive skin or has reactions to those sorts of things, maybe this isn't the product for you. Do just keep that in mind. They do of course list the shades that are not for your eyes, and that is Sundown, which we used today, Bloom, Coral, which we also used today, Blaze, Pink, Lily, Rose Pink, Magenta, Hibiscus, and Fruity. So all of the shades that would have a little bit of a red undertone in them, essentially. But yeah, I'm not concerned, guys, but I did just want to give you that warning if you were to copy this look. Just keep that in mind. Apparently they're not necessarily for your eyes. Whatever. So this does also have a 24 month life expectancy. Again, I do just see that as a guide. I have had some eyeshadow palettes in my collection for many, 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 many years, and they work just as well today as what they did when I very first got them. So I really do think that's up to you as an individual consumer, of course. So guys, that is everything for this video. Oh, I should also let you know that this cost me $75 Australian. And again, I think that's a very, very, very fair price considering you do get 40 shades. I think that's pretty damn decent, to be honest. Will I potentially go and buy the other 2 palettes? maybe. Again, I think it's very ballsy, the fact that they've come out with another really colourful palette. Obviously the other two palettes were also very colourful. I'm sure they're different in their own little ways, but I mean, how different can they be? You know what I'm saying? I think at this point I'm very, very happy with this. I'll be continuing to use it. I'm going to leave it out on my desk, and so when I want something colourful, I think that this will definitely be the palette that I'll be reaching for over the next couple of months. But yeah, look, overall I'm happy that I picked this one up. I don't necessarily know that I'll pick the other two up at this point, not because, you know, I don't like the formula or anything like that. Obviously that's not the case. It's just that I don't see a need for that amount of colour in my collection that is already very, very colourful, if you know what I'm saying. But yes, that is everything for today's video, guys. If you liked it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also, actually, you know what, go and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at raw_beauty, same way as it's spelt here on YouTube. And yeah, I do post a lot of stories. I'm not really one to post on Instagram, but definitely I do a lot of story times. So, you know, if you want to check that out, go ahead and do it. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you all on the next one. Mwah. Bye guys.